Ijala taza khobor de NSCN R to bhag hoise koigena jani paise aru Akato Chophy Vice President Akato Chophy ke President karne chunise. NSCN R to power nohoile leadership pabole nohoi kena Naga janta ke bhal anibole bhag hoise koigena janaise. NSCN R to kun lagat pichide bera nohoi kintu constitution hisabte berai ase koigena janaise. Aru constitution hisabte Akato Chophy kun poilate Vice President thagise tai itia President kuribole thik laga para tai ke President banaise koigena jani paise. NSCN R split confirm Akato Chophy elected as new chairman. Akato Chophy previously hold the post of Vice President, succeed Wangtin Naga as President of the faction. Earlier reports of split surfaced in mid-October, later denied by NSCN R leaders in a joint PC decision was postponed following intervention from NNPG's Convener and Kitovi Zhimomi. NSCN R split confirmed. Akato Chophy elected as new chairman. Akato Chophy previously held the post of Vice President. Succeed Wangtin Naga as President of the faction. Earlier reports of split surfaced in mid-October, later denied by NSCN R leaders in a joint PC. Decision was postponed following intervention from NNPG's Convener and Kitovi Zhimomi. Press conference NSCN R khan par janaise tai khan hosa laga alak hoise. Ijala taza khobor te NSCN R to bhag hoise koigena jani paise aru Akato Chophy kun NSCN R la Vice President thagise tai ke President karne chunise. NSCN R to power nohile leadership pabole nohoi kena Naga janta ke bhal anibole bhag hoise koigena janaise. Naga janta khan karne bhal samadan anibu nimite tahan bhag hoise koigena janaise. NSCN R to kun laga pichite bera nohoi kintu constitution hisabte berai ase koigena janaise. Aru constitution hisabte Akato Chophy ke President kuribole thik laga para tai ke President banaise koigena jani paise. NSCN R split confirm NSCN R khan itia do hosala ala hojise. Akato Chophy kun Vice President thagise NSCN R la poilate tai to itia Chairman Akato Chophy previously hold the post of Vice President, now succeeded Wangtin Naga, the President of NSCN R. Aru Wangtin Naga ke succeed kura pichide Akato Chophy do itia nutun President hoise NSCN R la. The faction early report of split surface in mid-October, later denied by NSCN R leader in a joint PC. October moina de NSCN R khan bhag hobole la kotha koise 19 October 2021 te. Hoilibi Working Committee NNPG Media Cell par janaise group to bhag nokuribo hoilibi ekta hi thakibo kokene October 90 te takhan ba janaise. Media Cell janaise tai khan monduk ase bitorte olop namila thaka nimite khobor to dangor hoikina bahar de ulai ja para. Hoilibi NNPG janaise Working Committee NNPG Convener and Kitovi Zhimomi thik samayete group majote ahi ja para tahanla bitorte Gorbor chili thaka to tai pra samadan anibole digdar jai thaka to bhal kuri dise aru tai khan pra janaise ki Naga jati karne samadan anibole ta khan to kam kuri ne jai thakibo. President NSCN R poila laga President Wangtin Naga, Vice President Akato Chophy kun itia President hoikina ase aru ato kilong sir tai khan tinjon miligena Naga jati karne kam kuribo samadan napatak. NNPG itubi janaise jun manu galat tarika chulai kena leaders khan के उल्टा रास्ता नहलिबि बिया रास्ता फले तानी ase tai khan ke inika biya bhabnate আজি অলপ আগেতে NSCN খান বা প্ৰেছ কনফাৰেন্স কৰিছে ইটুত আপনি খান কে দেখাই দিব
As a spokesperson for the NSCN R, we have just declared the split. And then it is not about power or any cause, but we are sticking to the NPG cause and for our Naga people. And apart from any comments from other area, it is not a proper time to split also in a way. It is very disappointing one way. But whereas for the good cause for our Naga people, that we are very firm as we gather today, and all the tribes of Naga, as we uphold our Naga political rights. We have elected Akato Chophy as the president of NSCN R. And then as we gather here today, all the Naga tribes are representing. And it is our humble prayer that you'll uplift the cause, and it is our motto and our aim and objective towards it call. That is how I open the discussion now.
Second thing to what our designate Kilonser. Last time, I think some of you were here, and then you all know the story. Like I may not repeat that again, but last time we kept it in abeyance. So this meeting was only about that. The last time we said like we were also hoping that we may not come to this, but like I said last time, we are left with no option. And then this thing had been happening long time before, and just like our home councillor said, today we have declared it, and then we declared the split and also announces unilateral ceasefire with the government of India. Okay. And then what we want to say is, what we want others to know is that we are not following any personal leader like Akato Chophy or Wangtin or Tikak. We are following the constitution. That is why I just brought the constitution also. This constitution was drafted in the 80s, and then the NSCN constitution is here. This is the Iazabo, this is the party discipline. So we are not following Akato or we are not following Tikak or whomsoever. We are just following whomsoever the leader who adheres to this constitution. So what we would like to say to the people is like, we are not asking people to support us also, but support who is right. That is the only thing we want to say to the people, that we are not asking that support us, support him or whatever, but we will be very glad that if people they can support, people know who is right and who is wrong. So like our only request is that, so you can support whoever is right. If we are wrong, that is up to the individual preference. So like that is the thing. And then in the meeting, we found that the present vice president, he was the only person who could adhere, who had the potential to adhere to the constitution. So in the meeting, our home councillor proposed the name of our vice president to be unanimously elected to the post of president, and then it was seconded by our collective leader, Sir Vinyo. Last time he was here, but today, like because of some minor health problem, he has left. So he seconded, and then the house unanimously seconded, and then it was declared by our pro tem speaker, our SGO Holo. So today we don't have much to say also, just the declaration. Thank you.
And then I'll just add to that. It is just a split. We are not impeaching the remaining members of NSCN R.
Just following the constitution, that is the thing. And we invite anyone who wants to follow the constitution. That is the only thing. Otherwise, we are not following Akato, we are not following Tikak, or like I said, we are just following to the constitution. The constitution is here. Like if if some of them, or even if you want to have a look at the constitution, you are welcome. Whatever it is here, the people will know that who is doing the right, who is on the right path, who is on the wrong path. We are not say that he is wrong, he is right, we are right.
And apart from that, it's not a blame game. It is not about leadership and power. That's all. As I have just told now, it is will be stick to the ceasefire ground.
And the ones who tweeted, will they be ceasefire with the NNPGs or?
Today itself is just a declaration, I'll say, and then the later part will be in the process, will be with our ideology, our ground that we stand right now is like we're just having a split now. And the later part will take over.
And definitely we will also write the declaration to competent authorities that we have already split and we are elected unanimously Mr. Akato to the post of president, and then we have also declared, unilaterally declared, announces ceasefire with the government of India. So after that, that is the call of the government of India. That is the only, we will give them the information. So the call, it is the ball is in the hand for further. Whether to have ceasefire or not, that is up to them. But for us to...
You're mentioning now, you're NSCN R earlier. Now after the split,
NSCN R only? Yeah.
Yes?
Implying that Wangtin and Kitovi was not adhering to the constitution.
Can you come again?
No, she's asking about the constitution.
The constitution itself was late, like since the 80s, and like we're sticking to that.
I mean to say, are you implying that your leader,
Uh-huh.
President Wangtin and Finance Secretary Kitovi was not adhering to the constitution?
See,
Because why you are still?
yeah, I'll explain. Actually, this is like, if we go on to that story again, it will go back to the 2020, how the some internal problem came out between us. But when we look at the constitution, and then if we tell the whole story, we have to pick many names also. So we don't want to pick this name, that name. So, but the real problem came out of that, like appointment also. And then there was such thing like any decision or any appointment or any policy of the government will be discussed by the collective leadership in consultation with the advisor to the collective leadership, and then the decision will be taken. But no such thing happened, like, and then many decisions were taken, and then the problem cropped up, all because of those things. So yeah, like, it is up to the one who hears how you want to hear, but we don't want to pick names and all. But yeah, that is the only thing. So the constitution, it is there, and then yeah, that is the thing.
Actually, it is not among the collective leadership. Right now, in the meantime now, the split itself is like our NSCN R, the arc, the arc. It has become so small for us. So we are making a new arc. That's how we can accommodate certain people and any Naga people into our fold. It is not like about we stick to the constitution. Our Naga history has been written since way back. But whereas the constitution is by default, it has been there since our forefathers. That is one thing. Whereas in our fold, the NSCN R itself, the arc, we are making a new arc now, and we're trying to float with that. And then we're very happy that we can accommodate many people there.
Provided they can stick to the constitution.
Yeah, that's all.
If there is a split, they will stick to the NNPG because said you know doing that meeting.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like, even now we want to stick, we want to be a part of NNPG, but like I said, it is not our call. And then it's not just because our Sir Kitovi is the convener, it's also not only his call. since there are 7 NNPG, 7 government forming one NNPG, they may sit together, and then different people may have different opinion also. That we cannot say. But yeah, like and then yeah, like last time we say that just our Sir Kitovi told us that he's coming from Delhi and to request us to wait for 3 days, and then we deferred. You know it.
So that is how it was deferred.
But, somehow we had to treat like the NNPG had some meeting, and then they even declared in the paper. We all know that it has been amicably solved. But there was a certain it must be with our boss, so that there was some written agreement also. But somehow it could not work out. Rather, there were found to be some even horse trading among faction within faction, like luring with something. Like we're all faction now. So even the Kedar is with me or with him, it's all the same. But the horse trading, it began to happen. Instead of adhering and sticking to that agreement, it was completely contrast to the agreement. So we were left with no option. And then we also, like, frankly speaking, we did not want to come to this split and all, no, but we had no choice.
As narrated already, because of the request made by the Convener, it has been different. And we have tried to be at the same position, but I just want to put something that about like Moses, who was leading the Israelites. They have been started traveling for their destinations. But by the time when Moses was called by the God, and he was gone at top mountain for taking this 10 commandments. So when Moses was speaking with God, and he was delivering that very 10 commandments, but whereas the followers started collecting the gold, jewels, whatsoever they are carrying, and they have now started preparing bulls for worshipping and all. So this is the same kinds what we have come across. So we just don't want to blame the collective leaders. Every leaders they are the leaders, we respect them. But because of the internals, like the people who were following Moses, they have started disobeying the commanders, the leaders, and that is why the outcome was such in a position that they also have got a punishment. They were supposed to reach into Canaan, but within the 40 days. But it has been delayed, and they have to travel for 40 years. So same as that, when we are speaking about the constitution, yes, constitution has been made for governing the people, the governments, for the governments. But it could not have been materialized. That is why it has been compelled us that we have to, when we just want to work for the causes of the Nagas, for the liberations. But when the disturbance is there, when there was not, say, agreeing with among the colleagues, has to take up these actions, that we have to split. Or otherwise, last time also we could have split and go for liberation. But today have compelled us to declare it. But with the nomenclature of
ताजा खबर दे NSCN R तो भाग होइसे कोइना जानि पाइसे आरो Akato Chophy कुंट पोइला लागा NSCN R ला वाइस प्रेसिडेंट थाकिसे ताई के प्रेसिडेंट करने चुनिसे Akato Chophy के प्रेसिडेंट करने चुनिसे कोइना जानि पाइसे NSCN R तो पावर नहले लीडरशिप पाबले नहय केना नागा जनता ते भाल आनिबले भाग होइसे कोकिने जनाइसे NSCN R तो कुन लागा पिछिते भी बेरा नहय किंतु कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हिसाब ते बेरा आसे कोइना जनाइसे आरो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हिसाब ते Akato Chophy के प्रेसिडेंट कुरिबुले ठीक लागा परा प्रेसिडेंट बनाइसे कोइना जानि आसे NSCN R split confirm Akato Chophy elected as new chairman. Akato Chophy previously held the post of vice president, succeed Wangtin Naga as president of the faction. Earlier reports of split surfaced in mid-October, later denied by NSCN R leaders in a joint PC decision was postponed following intervention from NNPG's Convener and Kitovi Zhimomi.